Let me see those receipts, baby. I'm ready to clock into the bank factory.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. And Destiny went live the other night. Well, she tried to. She went live on YouTube for about 6 minutes, and then her live chat got disabled again. And because for the same reason, the AI bots have mistaken her for a teenage boy once again. To her credit, she did go to Instagram and she went live there. And she was only live for about an hour. It seems like what I assume happened is just whatever tool she was using to go live, because she mentioned something about having to use some other program to go live on Instagram. It cut off after like almost exactly an hour. And then she went on a call with Jordy on his live stream after that. And I've got clips from all of it, all the best parts, anything relevant. And yeah, let's go.
Now, do you see this? I didn't even get to do anything. What happened to Scarlet? I think that was a cat we had, wasn't it? She just didn't get along with Wasabi. We gave her to one of my friends. I don't.
Okay, that was my question, and she will say more about that later. A little bit more, anyway. Not too much.
I don't know what actually happened to Rarity, but I mean, there wasn't much I could do about it. I don't know what she did. And she did not let Gracie out.
I don't know why she keeps insisting on that so hard. I really, really, really think she needs to just go back to those videos and rewatch them and then get back to us, right? And I should have said this at the start, I suppose, but like she was really just kind of like annoying me the whole time, because it's like, and I cut a lot of this out obviously, but for like more than half of the questions, she literally just sits there and says, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, why the fuck don't you know? You knew what kind of questions you got 2 weeks ago, and you knew you were gonna do this. And even just like not even stuff about where she has to even remember anything. It would just have been like a good question. And she just still says like, I don't know. I don't know. But it's like, well, just sit there and think about it for like 5 seconds and come up with an answer, because that's a good question.
Y'all are so weird.
And also, like, yeah, I seem annoyed, but like, she seemed so annoyed with us. And it's like, girl, why are you annoyed? Why are you don't have to be here. It's almost like she's annoyed that people are asking her a bunch of questions that she doesn't know anything about. But it's like, if you're gonna come back, then update yourself. Update yourself, because of course people are gonna ask about current stuff and how does it relate to this and that. Obviously. Or, like, just, she knew what questions she had coming for 2 weeks. Look at them and, like, I don't know, just prepare a little bit. At all. Anything. Do anything.
I'm gonna answer the questions y'all asked me otherwise, so let's see. You should be able to react to the reaction videos of her, though I would say it may still get difficult as the reactors now probably have to remove content due to self-harm rules.
Okay, and this is something that I noticed throughout all of the lives, all of the whatever. It was mostly this one. She does not respond at all to people telling her where she can go to retro react to things. And I'm wondering now, is she even gonna do it? Because she doesn't give an answer at all. She just reads them and then moves on. Like anything to do with retro reacting.
I don't know if you've already discussed this or not. Sorry if you have, but were there any specific moments or anything that Amber said that made you realize Amber isn't who she tried to claim / pretend to be? No. I mean, Amber Lynn, she's herself. She doesn't know how to be anyone else.
Yeah, except later on, she says something like, oh, people portray themselves one way over, like, online, and then another way in a different way. And she knew pretty soon after moving in that things were going to be different. I just feel like she's not thinking about these questions at all. She's not giving it any thought or any care.
Y'all can see that.
And obviously, no, the fuck we can't, Destiny. Do the retro reacts, and you will see that she changes like a goddamn chameleon.
Clearly. Just how often did you have to stay quiet while Amber lied, whether on YouTube or when talking to others? I wouldn't say that I had to lie, but I do know
That wasn't what the question was.
that, like, if I said something that I guess I shouldn't have said while she was recording or anything, that she would take it out. But I would be like, it could be anything. It'd be something stupid. It'd be like, oh, well, they think this, this, and this, or, oh, like, I can't think of an actual, like, reason or scenario off the top of my head. I really can't. But she'd be like, I don't want that to be talked about, or I don't know, you know, like, ridiculous. And then second question, how much work did Amber do at the care facility? What did her day look like?
I feel like she's answered that first question before, but I did just want to leave it in case anyone hadn't heard that before.
So I was personal care assistant. So I bathed and like helped get dressed and like help, you know, like just basic needs for these people. And she was like hired as extra help for like dinner service. That's why she only was part time. And I worked 3 to 11. She worked 4 to 8, something like that. She was literally just there to help with dinner stuff. But I mean, with her working there, she did occasionally have to do what I did if someone called out. It would be me or her. So she was also like the on-call person. But that didn't happen very often.
Right. And she did kind of in a roundabout way. I don't know if she gave us much detail, but in that one video where she goes, "It's so raw, you guys. Fuck." She admits that she was only part-time during that job and that she lied and said she was full-time because she thought that would make her seem like some kind of amazing, great person. Like, Amber, it's not that crazy to work 40 hours a week.
Amma Zombie Worker said, did ALR do the counter shimmy to wipe herself when y'all were together? Not that I know of. I was not in there when she did her business. So she didn't use any washcloths like that, though, that I know of, because I did the laundry. So I would have noticed real quick if she was throwing them, and I cleaned, so I would know right away if she was throwing them away and all this. Y'all are telling me to call Jordy. How would you like me to call Jordy?
Yeah, and I do believe that. I don't think, because Amber just wasn't as big, even at the end of their relationship as she was later on when that probably started. But it was not that much later on after their relationship ended, because she just fucking blew up. So,
like, how?
Like, what's with the attitude? Like, I don't understand, like, why she's so annoyed with us. And like, people, is it because they're spamming it? Because the only reason people are spamming anything, me included, is because you're not addressing anything. You're not addressing it. Because, you know what, at the end of it, because I was gonna say, I understand her doing, like, just answering those questions from that old post, because, yeah, they are 2 weeks old. But if this is all you were gonna do, then what's the point of going live? Why couldn't you have just uploaded a video then? Because she's just sitting here getting annoyed with us the whole time on chat because we want her to talk to us because it's a live stream. You know, I don't know. It's just silly. It's just silly. So yeah, like, I'm annoyed in part because she got so annoyed with us.
When did you know that you were done with Amberlynn and wanted out of the relationship? we broke up in January of 2017. And we had been having a hard time for a few months. But I knew I was ready to just I was waiting for everything to like come to a head basically. Like it felt like it was going to happen at any moment from like October till when we broke up, probably.
I'm not super sure what that means, waiting for everything to come to a head. If you know that you're fed up, then break up. Don't wait months. Don't do that. Don't waste your time, guys.
Christy Doman 3434. Remember when you broke up with Amber and continued to try to hang out with her as a friend? At that time, were you aware she was trying so hard to get you back? I was not trying to hang out with her as a friend. I want y'all to know that now. I was not trying to spend any time with her. She is a very manipulative person. We all know this. She would, I think I've spoke about this before. She would try to only grocery shop once a week, and would constantly, like, even though I had other plans, would want me to make sure that she still was able to go and do her things. I tried to tell her they didn't have like Uber and all that then. I tried to get her to find like to do like public transportation in some sort of way, like a cab, whatever, because she wasn't going anywhere. She wasn't doing anything. Like, she was just at home. And it was like, figure something out, and she just wouldn't. And she would be like, I can give you gas money.
Sorry, late on the pause. So I just wonder, was she saying anything different when Destiny says she wasn't doing anything, she was just at home? Was Amber claiming anything different at the time?
I can do this. I can do, like, she would like try to find little bribes here and there. So, whatever.
That was You Now stream era, wasn't it? Didn't she get drunk on a You Live Now stream, or You Now, whatever? Fuck, I don't even know what I'm saying. Fuck's sake. But yeah, interesting.
So I wasn't trying to hang out with her as a friend. She just inserted herself into a lot of things. Cajun Bell said, "Do you think Amber got rid of Gracie?" No, I have addressed this multiple times. That she did not get rid of Gracie. She had nothing to do with Gracie.
She can't say that. It's just blatantly not true. Amber admitted herself in a video that Gracie got out on her watch. She says she caught her and catched her and got her back in. And then later they blamed it. Well, let's just let her finish. But like, first of all, that's not true. Not true at all. She needs to rewatch those fucking videos before she she's getting so goddamn annoyed at us. But I promise, if she rewatches those videos, her mind might change. Cause come on, just come on, dude. It's so obvious. And the thing about the fucking like frog or whatever, and the hopping spider, and blaming it on the stripper who, okay, well, let's let her finish first before I get too far.
She was fine. Our roommate accidentally let her out. That she did not get rid of Gracie. She had nothing to do with Gracie. I had eyes on Gracie. She was fine. Our roommate accidentally let her out. That is that. Like,
Okay, so I had to back it up a second because sometimes VLC, like, it skips the audio for a second after you unpause it. I've done everything I can try to do to fix it. I'm sorry, but okay, so second of all, I swear in those videos back then, Destiny said she wasn't sure if she saw Gracie that night. I swear she said that. I swear it was unclear. And the friend didn't seem to ever fully agree that they were the one who let Gracie out. It seemed like Amber just said that, like pinned it on her, and she just kind of went with it because maybe she was like really fucking tired, or she just didn't notice or something. Like, that's kind of what she said, probably because she couldn't definitively say it wasn't her. Like, Destiny, like, you need to rewatch those videos, okay? Your memory clearly your memory clearly fucking sucks. Okay, you don't know anything. You say you don't remember. I don't know to fucking every single thing. And later on, when you answer my question about Scotty, you say, I don't know what that is. So obviously she didn't write it when she was with me. Girl, if you don't know what it is, then how can you say that she didn't write it when she was with you? Like, I don't want to hear it, girl. You need to go back and refresh your fucking memory.
Said, why did you and your wife separate? So I wanted to clarify this a little bit more because y'all seem to think that I left Lexus and that we are separated because she's depressed. That is not it.
I mean, like, depending on the circumstances, you can do that. If they're just sitting there not trying to get help, not trying to do anything, not trying to change, and they know they're just bringing you down, but they still don't care, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, go down with them? No. At a certain point, like, again, it really depends on the situation. Heavily. Situation to situation case on that one.
That is just not it. Like I said in the update video, we started having issues after our wedding reception and things felt very one-sided. I was still putting in all the effort that I knew how to put in on my, in my part. I was doing what I could do. I discussed my concerns.
Okay, and I just want to point out there's this little chat here. I hope that doesn't get cut off, but it says, why did she lie about your job having a no bagged lunch policy? She does kind of touch on a question like that later on just later on. And she says she doesn't remember what that's about. So again, like, Destiny, like, update yourself, refresh your fucking memory, okay? Like, I'm almost sitting here feeling like, why did you even bother to do this at all if you knew you were just gonna get up here and say, I don't know, to every goddamn question? Like, why? And get annoyed at us for asking questions. The fuck?
Hoping things would get fixed because it was kind of like she gave up. There was no, I don't know how else to put it. I was just not getting what I was putting in return. And I put up with that for a long time because I was chalking it up to seasonal depression. Like, maybe she's just really down on herself right now. We'll try to work through this, what have you. And then we moved and I was thinking, because she works from home and her office was in our bedroom at the apartment. I was hoping that when we got into a bigger house, that her being out of there and having her own space for her work would make things so much better. And it just didn't. Like, it started with, like, when we started to really have problems that were being discussed more was, like, our anniversary. Nothing was done special on our anniversary. Like, I don't know how else to put that. Like, she didn't even send me a text that day. I just felt very unimportant on our anniversary. So, I discussed in full length, stuff needed to change. Like, this was, if you got to think about it, our reception was the end of October. So from November to this is March. So what is that? 4 months I had been just putting up with the one-sided, and just not getting anything in kind of thing. And I said, stuff needs to change. You need to work on yourself, to help better us so we can move forward in our relationship, all these things. And it just didn't happen. And we kept having these discussions and we kept having these.
That is one thing I do want to say is it does seem like Destiny does put in a lot of effort in the relationships in terms of, like, in her update video, she was putting together a little advent calendar for the new girlfriend and stuff, and everything she did for Amber Lynn on, like, her birthday and all that. But then again, now that I'm saying all that out loud, I'm like, how much of it is, like, love bombing, though? Because she just can't be single, like, ever. Like, I don't think we've been over it yet, but whatever, I'll just say it. She says later on that she met her girlfriend on Facebook dating. So you're not even divorced yet, and still living together, but you're gonna put yourself out on Facebook dating purposefully, because like when you do that, you're purposefully looking for a romantic connection. Okay, if you're gonna put yourself on Facebook dating, like, you know what I mean, like, give it a rest, girl. Like, it's okay to be single for a while. I know the economy is rough. Like, I hope that's not why she's like just trying to get together with somebody else, because like, goddamn, just get a roommate.
And we literally separated the day after my birthday.
See, it was like a second it jumped, but it's probably non-consequential.
Because I couldn't do it anymore. It just was not working out. I don't know how else to put that. So no, I did not leave her because she was depressed. I left her because, there's certain expectations you have in a relationship, and when your expectations aren't being met, like even the bare minimum was not being met. So Blipblocks then asked, why are you a chronic cheater? I am not. I don't know why y'all think that I am a cheater.
This bit, okay, I don't mind her denying the chronic cheater part, but I don't like the way she phrases the rest of it at all.
I did not cheat on Amber Lynn with Dana.
Yes, you did. No, you did, and she definitely admitted that. I'm so fucking sure. Okay, let me not say definitely admitted that, but I am so sure that she admitted that. I'll probably end up looking for the clip in editing because I don't feel like doing it right this second. I'll look for the clip in editing, but I am so sure at some fucking point in one of those videos, she said something like, it was just emotional cheating. You know? Or maybe it wasn't the videos. No, fuck. See, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find it. You know I had to find it. You know I found that shit. Of course I fucking did. Of course I found it. Anyway, I found that and another clip to concretely prove that she did cheat. It was cheating. So, enjoy.
But I don't know. I guess I was scared to kind of leave her, and I didn't know what Amber Lynn's intentions were. And I'm going to kind of make myself look bad here, but I did essentially cheat on the girl I was with Amber Lynn. So I feel like karma caught up to me eventually. I saw on Facebook that Dana and her boyfriend had broke up. And I just casually texted her, and we just were talking. We ended up talking all that night. And the next day, I texted her and just said, like, how do you feel about me? Like, what are your feelings towards me, basically? I just wanted to know. Because, I mean, I have admitted to emotionally cheating on Amber Lynn.
So, yeah, as we just heard, she wasn't sure about Amber Lynn's intentions, so that's why she quote essentially cheated on that girlfriend with Amber Lynn. And then what is she doing with Dana? It sounds like she's not sure about Dana's intentions, so she asked, and like, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing that she did to her old ex with Amber Lynn, that she did to Amber Lynn with Dana. It's exactly the same. Destiny, you cheated twice. Do not try to sit here and that's it. Like, not to like defend Dana or defend Amber Lynn. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I just don't like the lying. I don't like the dishonesty. I don't like the fact that like certain details are changing now that some time has passed. I don't like that shit. I really don't. I don't like it. But yeah. Well, there it is. Hope you enjoyed.
Me and her were dating.
She said they were friends. That's what the muted bit was.
I did not cheat on Dana. Dana cheated on me for a year.
Did anyone say that though? No one's concerned about that. Talk about the other time.
Y'all, like, who am I cheating on?
On the girlfriend you had before you got with Amber Lynn? Hello?
And then, as I said before, there was no infidelity with me and Lexus.
Did anyone bring that up?
like. So I don't understand why y'all think this. Would say to please not react to the video, be too cumbersome. There are reaction channels that just make compilations and with no commentary. That would be easier to react to. Sorry, I keep yawning. Questions. Have you ever been recognized in public? I get recognized in public a little more often than I would like to. Also, have to ask an Amber question. This is something I wondered about a lot. At buffets,
I'm sorry, I'm late on the pause again. I was just like coughing, or clearing my throat, whatever. See, like, okay, yeah, I just re-listened to the clip a bit just to make sure it was the right one, in fact. Just in case, like, I misheard it over my coughing or something, right? And no, it is. She got asked a question about, like, or not asked, but just rather told the information, like, here's, or like, there's compilation whatever's without them, and you can react to that. And she just, like, doesn't address it again. Like, what are you doing? Like, is that just, like, too much work for you or something? Because you can't just go to Amberlynn's channel and scroll down and click on it? Like, not that I, like, again, that might be just assuming the worst. Okay, that very well might just be assuming the worst. But I'm annoyed with her. And that's kind of how it feels. I don't know.
I wondered about a lot. At buffets, does she make her girlfriend at the time get the food for her, or does she go to the buffet line herself? She goes to the buffet line herself. She likes her things a certain way, so she just does it. I never made her plate for her. I think the only thing she ever asked me to get for her was like ice cream at a buffet. That's about it.
Yep, I believe it. I feel like I just believe it.
Dylan, I don't know how to say that. Wybemetzger said, "What are your thoughts on the recent updates in Girl World?" I don't know.
Okay, and she's like making this stupid fucking face at us because it's not the first time it kind of got brought up about like not just about a general question like that, but just like other things that have happened. And every time she just goes, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. So she's making this dumbass face for this long at us. And it's like, why are you getting annoyed at us when you're the one who didn't fucking bother to check up? Like, I don't know. Is it just because I was there live for it? Okay, just gonna admit it, like my frustration maybe because one, I was there live for it. Two, I had to edit down this whole recording. And now this is the third time I'm having to fucking deal with it. So maybe that's maybe why I'm a little bit more annoyed. But let me know if I'm like, I don't know. Because again, you guys didn't see all of the other shit that I had to edit out. So you guys probably wouldn't be as annoyed anyway, right?
Jordy, I'm just answering the questions. This is the point of this live. I don't really know a whole lot of the updates. I know that her videos...
Again, that was a point that I was going to give her, was that I understand giving preference to the questions that were asked 2 weeks ago in your post, but now after thinking about it, is if this is all you were gonna do really, then why bother going live where people are gonna be wanting you to talk to them more and address all their questions in the chat more? Why not make a video first addressing all those questions so then people can come up with other stuff? Like, I don't know. It's just silly. It's all silly.
Whatever, I don't know. Always Ymir said, did Pookie have any credit card / debt? The only debt that I know of when we were together was she had a student loan that started getting garnished from the job she worked at with me.
Now that's very interesting. I had been wondering, well, maybe she didn't have any credit cards because like she wouldn't even open a bank account, but then I was like, oh, I don't know, because like, even before you turn 18, like right before you turn 18, they'll start sending you those goddamn credit cards in the mail. So I was like, did she like get was she like silly enough to take one and like max it out and like, you know, maybe not silly, maybe ignorant. But anyway, back to the point. So the fact that they were being garnished, she let it go that long. Even though she was making money, they were going to Denny's every goddamn day, eating out every day, buying groceries on top of it. Anything else. You know, she was a shopaholic. She was buying jewelry, earrings, necklaces, clothes, like shit for the apartment, decorations, furniture, the red couch, like. But she let the student loans go unpaid for so long that they ended up being garnished. But she's really good with her money, guys, and she pays all of her bills. And she's never had a late payment or whatever she's said before. Or is that just from financial audit? Like, I'm gaslighting myself now.
And I answered this a minute ago on live on YouTube. Someone asked what happened to Scarlett. She did not get along with Wasabi, and we gave her to my friend, who still has her. She is doing perfectly fine.
I hope that's true. I really hope that's true. Because if it is true, then that means we are back down to 3 cats, potentially. Because there was this one cat who supposedly... it was like her grandfather's cat or something. It was only mentioned in, like, passing. But there was that cat, there was this cat, and then obviously Gracie and Rarity. Which, again, I say, Destiny, go back and watch those videos. Like, please, dude. Like, I don't think she remembers. And I don't think she said before that she didn't watch Amber's videos, and later on in the Jordy call, like, I'm spoiling everything constantly, but she says that she never really knew if Amberlynn was just, like, filming for a stupid Snapchat, or if it was for YouTube and she didn't tell you what was being uploaded. And if she never watched, then it's obvious that she doesn't know what happened. And if she sees how Amberlynn was talking to the camera, like when she wasn't around, and how quickly things went from Gracie going missing to the Wasabi Fund to Wasabi getting there, it's just too much. It's just so, it's like, and then I need her to listen to that thing with the fucking hopping spider. And the fact that that Gracie got out on Amberlynn's watch before, and then the fact that she wasn't even sure if she saw Gracie that night. She wasn't sure. I know it. Like, I just really wonder, like, it just annoys me that she's getting so annoyed with us about having to answer that question over and over again when it's so clear that she doesn't even quite have, like, the full story, even the full narrative. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Arms has all her videos up. What do you think she's going to do for money now? Also, congrats on the weight loss. Thank you. And who knows? Who knows?
You see, now, again, that bit that was, like, kind of muted. It was saying Kiwi Farms has all her old videos. Again, I don't know how true that is. I keep getting comments saying, like, Positive PR has all her old videos up. I'm sorry, but they don't. They just don't. They have playlists with the year, each year in the title, but if you look at them, like, some of those playlists only have, like, 2 videos in there. And a lot of the videos are either reactions or it's just, I'm sorry, like, they don't have the full archive. And I don't know that Kiwi Farms does either, because Kiwi Farms starts in 2016, you know, but obviously I've been finding interesting things other than that anyway, so there will be plenty of, like, content.
Ever have any gambling habits, like buying lottery?
Oh, but also, she ignores it. She ignores it, doesn't address it, and then to the other thing just goes, we'll see, I don't know, with a fucking, like, attitude. Like, she has any right to be annoyed with us, and, like, not only the other way around at this point.
Scratch cards during your relationship, friendship? If yes, did it ever seem excessive? Whew. I remember we went through a phase of getting lottery tickets, but we only bought more lottery tickets if we won on the lottery ticket. But it was just like scratchers, and it.
That already doesn't make sense. Like, I'm sorry to be so nitpicky, but that already doesn't make sense. You have to have bought one in the first place to be able to buy more off your winner. Like, so the answer is yes. Like, I don't, like, is she just getting annoyed and looking for ways to, like, be contrarian about things now or something?
Was like a couple times. It wasn't anything like that.
So was it a phase or was it a couple times? There's a difference there.
Do you think she could make it in the real world without YouTube, since, you know, her outstanding work history where she did everything, it all, and most certainly didn't hang the letter on the wall for Tammy so she could eat junk food for all hours? I don't know what that second part is, but...
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't know what the second part is? Like, Christ's sake, girl. Like I said, like, do anything to prepare for this. Do anything. Or, like, don't bother. Basically, right? Like, come on.
I mean, you gotta think, she probably has to figure out a job of some sort. Like, she...
Like, yes, obviously, girl. Like, come on.
I mean, I don't know. She's a big girl. She can figure it out. Italian_mommy90 said, I'd like to know more about the beach vacation. Have your family commented on her behavior, suggested do you do something like run away? And what was it like living with Jessica? Why was Libby there? I mean, she was grown enough to stay at home alone. Was she bribed in some sort of way just for YouTube content? We all know Miss Thing is not very interesting alone. The beach vacation, I mean, the beach vacation was fun. I don't remember anything specific happening that was, you know, bad or...
Then you should have, like, went back and looked at an old video. You should have went and prepared so that you could say yes or no. Like, you should have done that for at least, like, any one fucking thing when you had weeks to get ready for this.
Anything like that. And
she was late again, by the way. Like, just to the start of it. She was, like, 20 fucking minutes late again. Like, girl, you are... I feel like I was, like, pretty... not nice to her, but, like... But now you're... Like, she's really just starting to annoy me really bad.
Jessica didn't live with us very long, but she was fine for the most part. Like, she was kind of shitty when my cat got out, and she did not try to help us look for her.
Why do you think that was, Destiny? Do you think it's because Amber Lynn and you wrongfully blamed her for your cat going missing? Maybe? And she didn't feel at all responsible to help look? Because, like, one, like, not only did she not do it, and two, you guys are just blaming her for it. When Amber Lynn literally let the cat out on her watch, like, either that day or the day before, and made up this whole dumbass story about a fucking hopping spider that's the size of a frog. Okay, I know jumping spiders exist. This was not a jumping spider that we're talking about. Jumping spiders are fucking tiny.
Libby is Jessica's sister, and Libby just wanted to hang out. Like, I've known her my whole life. She was just one of my friends. Like, yes, she was younger, but she wasn't being bribed to be there. She was there on her...
I've always thought it was way less weird for Libby and Destiny to have been, like, hanging out, I guess, but except for that, like, one scene where she goes and, like, pokes the fucking shower curtain while she's in there. Like, what are you doing? Leave her alone. Leave her alone. And the Nick thing. But again, Amber Lynn should have been the one who knew best in all of these situations, because she was 20 fucking 5, are surrounded by teenagers. Gross. Not really. It's just weird. It's weird.
Like, it wasn't anything like that. Someone said this person's name is The Wrong Shoes Other Channel said, did you actually see Gracie before you went to bed the night that she disappeared? Yes, again, I did.
Like, again, like, she's so annoyed, but I'm so sure I remember her not being positive about that. And even so, even if she did, I'm still very fucking positive that Amber Lynn was the one who let her out. Based on everything that we know.
Also, why did you and Amber go to pet stores before?
And I want her to explain why she is so sure that Amber Lynn didn't let her out. Like why? Why are you so sure about that? She literally smirked in the car and had a sparkle in her eye about her being lost. Like, I just don't get it. She needs to rewatch those videos. And then, yeah, go ahead and keep saying that you're sure that she had nothing to do with it.
Gracie disappeared. I don't remember why we went to a pet store before Gracie disappeared. Probably to get stuff for Gracie.
No. Do not say that. You don't get to say that you don't fucking remember anything and then get annoyed and then assume that it's something innocuous.
I'm not entirely sure, but the same person said, did you realize Amber lies a lot? I don't ever remember her specifically lying to me about anything, but I feel like she probably did.
Watch the videos. Watch the fucking videos. Like, why did she do this?
Did lie to you guys a lot. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to read this stuff too, but I also want to get these questions answered. Was Amber very
Okay, so you should have done a video.
controlling? Yes, she was very, very controlling. The same person again said, why did you rush into living together before you ever met in person and had a few real dates first? Because I was 19, she was 25, she had never lived, or 24, whatever. She had never lived on her own, and she was living with her ex at the time, and I was trying to move out anyway on my own and just get my first, place on my own, and it just happened to be that she didn't want to be with me and live at Crystal's at the same time, so we moved in together.
That sounds to me like an ultimatum was made.
The same person again said, did Amber cook and clean a lot? She seemed like a bored housewife waiting for you to at home when she quit the government job. No. If she cooked, it was her weird soups. Y'all all know about those soups. And she did not clean. She only started cleaning when Beck started coming over. The potato patty, that's
Also, like, we know, girl. We got you.
funny. Would love to know her real behavior when you both were living with your mom. Did she help out cleaning, socialize with everyone when there was no food involved other than the K-cup? How was her actual attitude towards others while the camera wasn't recording? Specifically your mother, who took her in and really seemed to want to help her. No, she did not help with a lot of things like that. She, I guess, tried to socialize the best way she could, but she didn't. I don't know. She's kind of stuck up in a way sometimes, and it's her way or no way.
It is very telling, and I think the reason maybe Destiny wouldn't remember at least a lot about this specific era is because of the constant fighting, not only between her and Amberlynn, but between Amberlynn and her mom. Yeah, like that's a high stress environment. Yeah, that's it. I can imagine her blocking a lot of anything that happened during that era, pretty much just out.
You guys, I'm answering this is the whole point of this live, is for me to answer questions. I'm not afraid to call Jordy.
Yeah, but you're sitting there ignoring the whole live chat the whole time, not answering a single question from anyone in here except for one single person. That's like, I don't, like, do you know them? Like, what is the deal?
These people have been waiting 2 weeks to have their questions answered.
So you could have made a video the day after you made that post. I don't want to hear it at this point. Like I said, I was going to give her credit for that. But now that I've, sat and thought about it, it's really fucking weird that you wouldn't just make a video instead of doing a live stream when you know there's going to be a ton of people in the chat wanting you to talk to them because it's a live stream. Sorry if I'm repeating myself at this point.
So I'm answering them, and I'm looking up and I'm answering y'all as well.
No, you're not.
Well,
no, the fuck you're not. You answer like this person right here. Like, she answers this person like that's the only person she ever answers in this whole fucking thing.
Choo-choo.v
until she gets to the end of the questions from that post.
E_V train said, did you ever keep in contact with any of your coworkers at the facility you and AL worked at? I remember Casey being one of them. Also, Libby, her sister, and that weird Nick dude. I still have Casey on Facebook, but we don't hang out or anything. I have not seen her in years.
And the blatant misgendering of Casey and Beck is like I understand that it can be hard to like remind yourself and to like change it from when you knew one thing and now you're getting used to making yourself do the other thing or whatever. But like it's been fucking years at this point. Years. You've had enough time. Enough with the misgendering. Enough.
I spoke to Libby when I was doing the lives with Beck just to get her input on anything because y'all were asking about her a lot. But I have not seen her either. I don't really talk to her that much. And I'm friends with Nick on Facebook. I'm friends with all of them on Facebook, but
Weird and gross. The Nick thing is specifically.
that's the gist of that. Who cares? B Cat said you can find old video clips from disrespectful moments, and my question is, why did you ever see her use the sink? No, I did not see her use the sink.
So how many comments now about where she can do retro reacts did she ignore? How many comments is that? 4 of them? I think 4. Just outright ignored them. Like, why? Is it too hard for you? You can't do a little extra clicking? What's the matter?
Maddie B2110 said, off camera, did she always talk about her foster care and childhood, or did she just do that for her videos? No, she talks about that a lot. Like, a lot. I'm not refusing to say anything about Amber. I'm literally talking about her.
I don't think she's refusing to say anything. I think this is all 100% genuine, and she just is being like this. Like, she's annoyed, forgetful, like, doesn't fucking remember anything, didn't bother to catch up on any updates, any current things, and wants to sit here and be mad at us for asking about it.
And no, I don't have a soft spot for her. The question...
Are you sure? Because why are you so convinced that she had nothing to do with Gracie? Why? Look at the timeline. Look at the evidence. Get back to me on that.
I'm reading are from my YouTube. Is the Amber you see now the same person you dated back then? What was it that made you feel like she was someone you wanted to be in a relationship with versus now that you can kind of analyze things in retrospect? I don't think she's the same person that I dated, and me and her started dating after we met for the first time, yes, but we had been talking for a few months, and people are different. Like, they present themselves differently in FaceTime, in text messages, all of those sort of things, than in real life. Because as soon as we were moved in together, I could tell things were a little rough. Then they said, do you think she pretends to be a different person to lure people in, or is she just molding and becoming more abusive? I really don't know. I don't know if she really wants to be abusive, if she wants to be that way. I don't know.
It's not a matter of want. It's a matter of, like, the path of least resistance for her.
21 questions. Let's see. Totally Bruh said, did she make you play Choosy? I already answered that, yes. What did she do with all the Torrid clothing? I don't know.
I'm just so tired of hearing I don't know.
Do you think if you
what do you know?
would have spent time with Amberlynn prior to moving in together, you would still have dated? I don't know.
See, that's the question. That's one of the questions. There's more after, at least one more after this, where I said, like, it's just a good question. But she just goes, I don't know. Think about it then. Think about it. That's a great fucking question.
The Star Wars Crocs that you're thinking of, no, I do not have those anymore. If you're thinking of,
again, only answering this one random fucking person. Like, is this your little girlfriend that you're dating?
The ones I got when me and her were together. They also said, has Amberlynn ever really dieted, like when she'd be Jenny Craig, let's go? Did she ever do it off camera? I don't know how many diets she would do, but they would only last a day or two. And she did them all. Whether it was Weight Watch.
And then there's me, like, trying to investigate and, like, see if I can, like, click on their profile or something. But I'm such a boomer and I don't know Instagram.
I don't remember her doing Jenny Craig. But it would be, like, the vegetarian thing. You know, like, just random things. The legs, the feet, are they as gnarly as I imagined? They were not that bad when me and her were together. That's another thing that y'all don't know, is that when me and her were together, she was not as big as she is now, and she continued to gain when she was with Beck. So, like, things just weren't that bad when it was me and her. They just weren't. Do you think you were traumatized by your relationship with Amberlynn? I definitely feel like I did have a lot of stuff to work on after me and her broke up, because a lot of things came up in me and Dana's relationship that I could tell affected the way Amberlynn had treated
This part I found interesting. I don't think she's going to get into the specific example right this second, but it's not too far off.
me, but I worked through that. Can you give us an example of things that carried into your relationship with Dana?
Yeah, exactly. Here we go.
I would say, like, Amberlynn, when me and her were together, she wanted to be, like, in constant communication with me. So, like, always, if we weren't together, always on the phone, always this, always that, like, just all of those things. And when, like, at one point in me and Dana's relationship, I moved to Florida and she stayed in Kentucky, and I immediately went into that mindset that I needed to be on the phone or on FaceTime. Like, I just felt like she was gonna leave me if we weren't always on there. So I hated that. I hated that I was doing that, and she voiced how she felt, and I was like, I'm really sorry. I don't want you to feel that way, because it was getting very annoying on her end, obviously, just constantly being on the phone with me. So I understood, and I worked through that and had to kind of redirect myself, like, it's okay that we're not on the phone. That's one thing I will say that carried over very heavily, like, and that took a lot of work.
Yeah, that's probably one of the more interesting things that she said in the whole live stream, I feel like. To me, anyway. Maybe not to you guys, but I do also have to wonder, like, does Amberlynn even. Has she ever even, like, conceptualized, like, the idea or the thought or whatever that she might have about the damage that she's done to all these people that she's encountered? Does she even care? Does she even believe it exists? And if it does exist, if she does believe it exists, does she just say it's their fault because of what they did to her first or something? Even though, like, that quote, what they did was probably nothing.
I don't know what the story Scotty is, so I've seen you ask that quite a few times. I don't know what that is. So, no, she did not write that when we were together.
So again, like I said earlier, if you don't know what it is, how can you say that she didn't write it when you were together? It just annoyed me so bad. And I wanted to, like, put in, like, oh, here's what it was, and, like, try to maybe jog her fucking memory, but it's like, I felt like she probably wasn't even gonna. It just doesn't feel like she wanted to try at all. It just didn't feel like she wanted to try. So, like, I don't know. It's really annoying though, because you just can't. Like, how do you? I don't know. It, and again, it's like Scotty was. It was probably just another one of her random weird journals where she has admitted in that era that she writes in her journals, like, and makes up these stories. Like, she journals as if she's like another character or something, and, like, makes up these little stories. I'm pretty sure that's what Scotty was. And it's like, even if she did write it, then it's like, and if she didn't remember it, like, did she even let you read it? I don't know. It's just, it just really annoyed me.
It was a lot better when we were together. Of course, not when we lived with my mom.
It cut out a bit. It's about her hygiene.
But it was better once we got an apartment. How did you meet your girlfriend? I met my girlfriend on Facebook dating.
Like, why are you seeking out a new partner when you're not even divorced yet? When you're not even living out on your own yet? When you're not even, like, stable yet? It's weird, girl. It's weird. Go to therapy, maybe? Or maybe just don't tell us about it. Just don't tell us.
Did Amber act uninterested in your interests? She would not let Beck decorate the house with their stuff. I liked the way Beck had their stuff. It was very nice. Just Amber Lynn thinks she has to be in control of everything, and she liked everything a certain way. Do you feel bad not being able to take any of the pets after the breakup because Twinkie was given to both of you according to Pookie? I let her take Twinkie because it would have hurt Twinkie more taking her from Amber Lynn.
Okay, but how much does it hurt Twinkie that she's with Amber Lynn because Amber Lynn neglects her? Okay, like, what about that? But no, we don't care about that. We know you don't fucking care about goddamn animals either.
She really favored Amber Lynn a lot. That was like her favorite person.
Doesn't matter. Amber Lynn neglects her.
And I kept Jack.
5 minutes later.
Right. So that's when, her stream cut out, and then this happens.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh. Hey, what up?
Okay, and I know if any of you were actually there, the audio was a bit fucky. Like, Destiny was super loud. Jordy wasn't loud enough or whatever. It was more so Destiny was just super loud. I did my best to edit it so that they're roughly the same volume, but I'm sure it's still a little bit fucky. But I did my best with what I had.
Hey, what up?
We're just like watching like old videos of you and Amber, like the Christmas when she was like trying to buy you so you wouldn't break up with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like bought all the. So was she making money during this time?
Not like she was. Like maybe a couple grand a month.
Yeah. Okay. Would she ever set money aside for
A couple grand.
taxes, or was she?
Oh yeah, no, because that's before like the biggest earning period. Got it.
Always like flat broke, like spent everything,
No, she definitely would put some aside for taxes.
but just taxes.
Yeah.
Well, did you see what?
See, and that's in her Instagram live, she was saying that Amber Lynn was like good with money and saved money, but here, it's like different. I know I probably cut that bit because it's like it's so stupid, but it's like obviously Amber Lynn is not good with money. I don't know why she's sitting there saying that. She must have like the same goddamn like uneducated mindset about finances. Just because your bills get paid every month and you set aside money for your taxes does not make you good with money. And saving money for taxes is not the same. It's not saving money. You're not saving it. It's just being put aside for taxes.
Cap with her and money.
No. I don't
You
keep
don't
up
keep
with
up
it.
with her. She got demonetized, and then she came on here and she was like, "Guys, I have no money. The only money I have is to pay taxes." So
Well,
yeah, she has like, and then she was like, "I need everybody to send money to
Okay, I noticed the video kind of stopped for a second. I think this is roughly where we were.
my Cash App and Venmo." And then just like a short while ago, she was on live stream saying, "I can pay everybody's heating bill if I wanted to."
wow.
I know.
That is wild.
Do you think you dated her because like you were just kind of like naive, like 19 years old, like you didn't really understand her that well or like what you were getting into?
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
Do you think that, but like even though you were probably less mature than, adults, like being 19 or whatever, do you think that she was still more immature than you at like 26?
Yeah, actually, I really do think so. Like I don't mean to call her like dumb or anything, but it's kind of like there was no knowledge there for a lot of things. It was like, I mean, she's 5 years older than me, and I was teaching her how to do basic things because she just didn't know.
Yeah.
But did she not know, or was she pretending to not know? That's the real fucking question. Was it weaponized incompetence, Or was it actual incompetence? Probably both. Both at different times. Let's be so for real.
I mean, that's like we're just kind of watching this like old Christmas video where it was like, you know, she's living with Crystal's parents, and Crystal's parents are giving her like $300 to go shopping. And I don't know, it seems like when she got with you, that's kind of where things went south. And it wasn't because of you necessarily, it was because she had more independence and she had her own money.
Yeah, that's true.
Because in one of the videos that we watched, you said like, oh, Amber Lynn was like, oh, I'm 25 years old. If I want to spend all my motherfucking money on Taco Bell, I will. Or something.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much that tracks necessarily, because Amber Lynn was always terrible with her money. She was just started getting more of it when her YouTube started taking off. And I guess we don't know if it would have continued to take off even while she was with Crystal. I mean, maybe, probably, possibly, because the people started noticing she was a shithead even back then. And the Kiwi Farms thread started like right when she got with Destiny is what it feels like roundabout.
It was, you were eating out every day.
Yes. Like, it would get on my nerves to eat out that
Not right at the end of Crystal era, but like shortly. Like during Destiny era, that's when it started.
much. Like, I was not used to eating out that much. And what would really, like, get on my nerves is she would want to go to Walmart after work at, like, 1 o'clock in the morning, and she would want to get all these groceries and say that we're going to do all these things with, like, these healthier groceries, and then we would go out to eat. And those groceries would waste most of the time. And I was like, you got to pick one, because we're wasting money. You're just wasting these groceries. And it just was an endless cycle.
So what's next for you, Destiny? Where are you at right now? Florida?
Yes.
You're gonna stay in Florida, you'd imagine?
Yes.
No. I'm just so fascinated with your season because it really seemed like Amber Lynn was truly happy, truly in love, and I mean the obsession with you was just like unlike any other girlfriend.
I guess so.
Wow. So I mean you guys like don't talk.
I know some of you might want to like say that Jordy's not asking good questions or whatever anything, which I can maybe kind of agree with, but like he didn't have like any time. He said at the end after this, he didn't prepare anything. And to be fair, Destiny is giving him like nothing to work with on almost every single answer. Almost every single thing he asks, it's like just yes or no, and she doesn't really try to delve any deeper into it. Like I said before, she just it seems like she just doesn't want to try. It seems like she just wants it all handed to her on a fucking like plate. Like girl, use your brain. Try. You're a grown woman now.
You're a grown woman now. Just use your brain.
Her, she hates you.
I mean, I have her blocked on everything.
Oh my god, blocked.
Yeah. Like, I blocked her number, everything. So, I mean, I really don't know. If she's trying to reach out to me, there's not a way of me knowing.
She would just make a you now number and reach out on that.
So out of Ask Destiny if they all really went down with her sister. Oh, was this all fabricated, or did you all have like a plan that you went along with?
For the surprise Christmas thing? It was my sister's idea. Because she came from that's when I lived in Kentucky. She came from Florida, and we surprised my mom.
Oh. But Amber Lynn took credit, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So like, you know, people typically when they do like a Destiny Q&A, you know, people are like, oh, you know, spill tea that we've never heard about Amber Lynn before. I mean, with everything that you have, you know, told the Amberverse community and everything that you've disclosed in all your tell-all videos, I mean, is there really anything that you're even holding on to anymore? Like, do you think like there even is any secrets that you feel that you could share?
No, I feel like I've told it all.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel too. That's like why I encourage people when they have questions for you, try to jog your memory or ask a specific question about a specific moment, not just these.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that is a fair thing to say, but at the same time, she's not gonna fucking try anyway. And she's not gonna remember anyway. So, like, like, at this point, I'm just like, do the retro reacts or, like, go away, kind of, you know?
Not just these like vague, tell us something we don't know. Like, those aren't good
Yeah.
questions. That's what I always try to encourage people. People want to know what she got at Denny's when you guys went every day for a year.
I feel like she didn't get the same thing every time, but she definitely got, I would say she got more like lunch and dinner type food more than she got breakfast food. I got the same thing almost every time. So it really sucked how much we went, but I liked what I liked. But she never got the same thing too many times in a row. She ventured out a lot.
It's really kind of interesting to note that when she when at other places at like the Cheesecake Factory, she'll get the same thing every goddamn time. So that is like really just kind of interesting. It is in a certain weird kind of little way.
She had a diverse palate, huh?
Yeah.
So like what is it about the orange chicken then? Because I've had it myself in my 500 sub special. I went to a Cheesecake Factory and I got that goddamn orange chicken, and quite frankly don't get it. Because my partner got something that was like super similar. It was like also like a sweet type of thing, but it just had way more of like a complex like flavor profile than the stupid ass sweet orange chicken. So I just don't. It's if we looked at the nutrition facts too, it's literally just sugar and fat, pure sugar and fat, and a pile of rice next to it.
When you guys would like lay around and stuff, and I mean, like, obviously, like, your friend, Jessica's little sister, she's like a very hot topic of the Amberverse, and, you seemingly reached out to her recently, but she wasn't really all that interested in, revisiting any of this. I mean, a lot of the concerns that people have regarding Amberlynn and like things that she may have said about like a 12-year-old Darlene on Roseanne. Like, I mean, when you look back at all these years, do you ever think like, yeah, that was kind of weird she said things like that? Or like, oh, it was kind of weird that Amberlynn was so willing to hang out with a 15-year-old?
I mean, I don't know why we started hanging out with Libby all the time. Like, I know it was like Jessica was living with us and that was her sister. And we didn't really hang out with Libby like that till after Jessica moved out. But I've known Libby, like, I would say almost my whole life. I mean, pretty much her whole life. I've known her since she was like 4 or 5 years old. And we just hung out. Like, it was just it just felt normal to me. It was like, I don't know, it was almost like she was like a relative or something to me.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you were.
Yeah, and I get that on her part again though. But no, then that makes me feel even more like you should have protected her. Because, like, just listen to what she says a little bit later, and then I'll kind of, like, sum up my, like, feelings on her contradictory nature about all this.
You were a teenager, too.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
I mean, 19.
Amberlynn being, like,
Like, yes, it's a teenager, but, like, come on.
almost, like, 6 years older than
You know right from wrong at 19.
you at the point that 5-6 years older and 10 older than Libby. Like, now that you are pushing 30, you might even be 30.
I am 30.
Do you look back on that and it's like,
That's insane. Oh, by the way, like, it's insane to me that Destiny is older than me. I never had it phrased in my mind that Destiny was older than me at all. Like, at all. I always thought she was younger than me for some reason.
now that
It
you're
was
older?
definitely a little strange. And when I reached out to Libby, I asked her, like, did she ever feel like things were strange between any of it? And she said no. She said she never felt like uncomfortable or.
That's having grown up in this environment where things are already fucking weird. It might have normalized that for her, and who knows if she's ever, like, you know, deconstructed that. We have no idea about that.
Or anything like that.
I mean, there are, some instances with Libby when you see the old clips of like Amber Lynn filming her in a bathing suit and stuff, and like,
And in a towel coming out of the shower.
Maybe Libby just doesn't remember it.
No nudity. There was nothing shown. But still, it's like, you should be making her feel safe.
Yeah, I mean, and she said that to me too. She's like, I can't remember anything specifically that I could think of that I would have felt uncomfortable. She said, but I definitely feel like I would remember if I was like super uncomfortable. But again, with Amber Lynn and the way that she would film, you wouldn't always know if she was filming for YouTube or just doing like a stupid Snapchat video. And you never knew what was actually going to get posted either. Like, she wasn't letting you know any of that kind of thing.
Oh, so it was always a
So, like,
surprise.
And while that is interesting to note, that's not the question. It's not, did Amber Lynn's filming, like, specifically make her feel weird? And also, that's not an answer to the bribing question either.
Yeah, so like when she would record me, I didn't know she was posting half of what she put of me.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw a clip of you, like, your bare ass on the toilet taking a shit.
Yeah.
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 So.
Like, why did she feel the need to do that and put it on YouTube?
And this was right after you got her a cake too. That's how she repaid you.
Well, I guess I should have done the same to her.
Well, did you know that that's actually what's going on right now with her current girlfriend or ex? I don't know if they're together, but that girlfriend. Are you caught up with like the Emily stuff?
No, obviously not. She didn't fucking do anything to catch up with anything.
No, I don't know anything about that.
So, long story short, Amber Lynn.
Like, that just makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. Why, if you're gonna come back and you want people to ask you questions, why the fuck would you not update yourself? Obviously, people are gonna be asking questions about recent things that are happening and wanting to know how it would tie in or what the pattern would be with her. Like, come on.
Basically is in a relationship or used to be in a relationship with this girl named Emily. Emily's a confirmed feeder, like has a whole dark past, skeletons in her closet, all that kind of shit.
Oh.
And Amber Lynn, got into a relationship with this girl, moved in with her, brought Wasabi, Rarity, and Twinkie out to live with her. And you know that Rarity's missing, right? Or dead, or,
Yeah, I knew about that.
Okay. So, yeah.
So you knew something like that happened and you didn't think that you should maybe update yourself or maybe find out how that might line up with Gracie going missing, or they didn't set off any fucking alarm bells in your head or anything? Like, come on, girl. Come on.
That's kind of what's going on with Emily. But it's a whole ass thing.
That just sounds like a lot of nonsense.
Well, it's kind of, I think at this point, it's like, who will ever take Amber at this point? I think that she kind of knows that.
Yeah.
When you guys would all hang out, I mean, was that when you guys hung out with that one dude?
Nick.
Was he like a recurring friend, or was that just kind of like a one-time thing?
No, I definitely hung out with him a lot. I mean, I don't remember how many videos he was in. Like, we hung out with him as a whole a lot.
Like, also those videos, Des. Go back and rewatch those videos and then sit here and seriously tell us that that's not so fucking creepy.
Like, not even with just, like, Libby.
I can guarantee you the only reason that grown man approached that table is because he saw a couple of girls, like women there, sitting there with a young girl, and he wanted to see, if he could, work his way in there.
Or anybody
like see like if they would let him sit down, see if they would let him talk to this young girl, see how far. That's what they do. That's what they fucking do. It's so obvious, painfully obvious. And he just kept pushing the boundaries, because very shortly after that they were playing that stupid ass fucking hand slapping game, and he's pushing the boundaries, telling Libby to keep putting her hands back up. And like looking at, and then looking at Amber, looking at Destiny, they are saying nothing. So he knows that he can push his fucking boundaries here. Ooh, it's like so, if you know anything about anything, it's so obvious.
It would be in him and Amber Lynn sometimes, like, but we became friends with him right before we ended up moving, so it wasn't too much.
So I like
But
that might be another example of what I mean when I'm.
Yeah, look at the chat. They're talking about it, about the slap the hands thing. Sorry if I missed anyone who said hi to me, by the way. I was doing like 20 different things in the background also. I wasn't just like in the chat or looking at the screen or doing whatever.
Like, now that you're older and you're looking back on this from like almost 10 years ago now, like when Amber Lynn in the car would be like, ooh, Libby and Nick, like, isn't that kind of...
I mean, it was weird, and I would tell her, even at the time, I remember telling.
Okay, so now, how do you say that nothing weird happened, Libby doesn't remember anything, everything's fine, but at the same fucking time, you're gonna turn around and say something like this? And say that you knew it was weird, and even at the time you were talking to Amber Lynn. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it at this point. You are so contradictory, and it's fishy at this point. Like, is it truly just your memory is being faulty, or are you, like, purposefully not talking about shit? What is it? It's weird now.
Because Libby was almost 16. Like, she turned 16 before we moved to Kentucky, because she got her license and stuff, and she got a car and everything. But I was like, but I think Nick was 18.
No. Wrong. Fucking wrong. That's not true.
So I was like, I mean,
he was at least 20. He might have said 22, but I know he was at least 20, and someone else in the chat also said he was 20. Because I remember hearing that, and I turned back to my desk, and I was like, oh, no.
I mean...
Because I typed in the chat, obviously. You'll see it in a second.
They can't date or anything. Like, that would be a little weird. And Libby didn't like him that way. Like, we asked her, and she was like, no, I don't see him that way.
It didn't seem like she was in.
Oh, hey, and then right underneath me is Strawberry Moth. Hey, girl.
Yeah, no.
Fixing to be 16. Oh my...
Oh, then Moon Kitten. Hey, girls.
God.
I think...
Oh, yeah. See, like, that's... Yeah, Moon Kitten. Coming in clutch. Said he was 20.
Amber Lynn just knows how to...
Give you guys some honorary nail clicks.
She wants to see reactions out of people, and I feel like that's why she was egging it on like that.
She's like... What do you mean she likes to see reactions? Like...
He might have even been 24. No, I don't think he was that old. But he was absolutely older than 18.
You mean like she likes to fuck with people, or what?
Oh, yeah. Like, she likes to get a rise out of you, just see, like, how many buttons she can press.
Just to do it, just for fun?
Just to do it. Oh, yeah, just for fun.
Huh. Because, I mean, she always tries to put on, like, oh, I'm such an unbothered, unproblematic person. I don't go looking for trouble. Trouble finds me.
It doesn't shock me to hear that she would push people's buttons on purpose, by the way. I was just kind of looking at chat for a second. I see someone named Midori. Hi, I'm sorry I missed you. I just, was doing other things, like I just said.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, Destiny, now that I have you on Instagram, I can definitely maybe do something in the future. I just wanted to kind of call you on the fly here because I saw you were going live tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep banning me on YouTube, but it's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know why. You're a 14-year-old boy in their eyes.
I know, and people thought it was the Squishmallows last time, so...
The thing about that is it's clearly, like, YouTube's AI fucking bots are not doing a great job, or, like, they're not, like... So when YouTube comes in to fix the mistake of the bots, they're clearly not whitelisting these channels, like, after that. Because, like, my channel and Destiny gets hit with the same fucking thing immediately after it gets fixed the first, second time, whatever. Like, put us on a goddamn whitelist after you fix an AI bot's mistake so that the AI bots can't immediately come back in and make that same mistake. The fuck?
There for me. This time it was just, I mean, this time it says game room, but that's very generic. I don't know. It's probably Amberlynn.
I honestly don't know that it's Amberlynn. I really don't, because the AI bots have been so bad.
I don't know if she, pardon the pun, I don't know if she carries much weight with YouTube right now because she's in trouble.
That's fair.
All right. Well,
I just don't know.
if we don't see you before Christmas, have a good Christmas, Dest.
Yeah, you too.
All right. See you later.
All right, bye.
Dest. Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
And I just wanted to include that last little bit there because I thought it was funny. But yeah, he said, you know, like, he didn't have anything prepared. I think he did pretty okay. I think he did good. Better than I would have done. I am so fucking terrible at being on the spot. It's like my whole brain just goes fucking blank. But yeah, it's just like Destiny's giving nothing like the whole time. Like, girl, try. Do something, girl. Come on. But yeah, that's the Destiny thing. She basically came back just to annoy us. Like, there was like some mildly interesting things, just a little bit more like hints about the dynamic, whatever. But obviously, since I was in the chats for all this and whatnot, I figured, you know, y'all knew I was there. Y'all will probably want my opinion. That's my opinion! Alright, anyway. If you've been around for a few videos, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much to the members, and as always, I will see y'all tomorrow.